Good morning. It is a Friday. It's like not even 7 in the morning yet, and this is how dialed up I am. The reason I'm so dialed up and the reason why I'm starting this video is because, and don't mind the messy background, I don't have time to clean up my kitchen right now. So the reason why I'm so dialed up right now is because my sister and I are going to be going into New York City for the day. We're going to go in today, and it's not that far of a drive, so we'll be in you know, late morning, early afternoon by the time, you know, she gets here, picks me up, and we go. And then we're gonna spend the whole day there. We have so many things planned, and I'm standing in front of my door so I can get some decent lighting for this intro of this video. We have so many things planned for today, and then we're gonna spend the night there, do a couple things in the morning tomorrow there, and then we're just gonna head home. So it's a super quick trip into the city. Not some long weekend like we would usually do when we do sister trips, but that's perfectly okay because we're still gonna make the most of it. Just kind of a rundown of what you're gonna see today, because I have a feeling in this little New York City vlog, I'm not going to be talking as much as I usually do. I'm just probably going to be showing a lot of what we're doing. So kind of just to give you a rundown of everything that we're doing. We're going to get there, we're going to get coffee, probably get like a light lunch. And then she doesn't know it yet, but sorry. She doesn't know it yet, but we have at 2:30 little flash tattoos booked that shouldn't take very long. So we're gonna go there, and then we're gonna go on Canal Street, because I always talk about all the time, I always see it on TikTok, all these girls like showing their luxury bags that they get, and I've just been dying to like go down there and see what that's all about. And then after that, we are gonna go get our hair blown out, which is why I'm not really like doing anything crazy with it right now. I just took a shower last night and blew it out, and I'm just leaving it like this. So we're gonna get our hair blown out. Then we're gonna go back to our hotel, get ready, drink champagne, touch ourselves up. We have cute outfits for tonight. And then we're gonna go to a Mediterranean restaurant, which has like hookahs and cocktails and the whole vibe. So we're gonna start there tonight, and then we might go to like a couple little bars. After that, we're just gonna kinda, we have like a list of like vibey little places that we wanna go to. So if we do, we do. If we don't, whatever. Then tomorrow, so just to throw this in there, we were actually going to do like a really fun hot Pilates workout class, either that or like a cycle class, which is what we usually do when we go down to the city. But for the past week, and I'm going to sound like an old lady because I just literally turned 30 last month, I threw my back out for the first time in my life so bad. Last week there was no upload. I was in so much pain. I wasn't doing anything. I had to go to a chiropractor the other day. And I tried going back to the chiropractor again yesterday, but they were closed because my back needs readjusting again. Like, it's hard. I have to keep switching hands to hold my camera up because it hurts my back. I don't know how I did that. I don't know if it's from this Pilates challenge that I'm doing, if I just tweaked it and then completely threw it out, but I've been in agonizing pain. So there was no upload last week because I wasn't doing anything with myself last weekend, or all of last week. So I've been in a lot of pain. I'm still in a lot of pain, but I think as of like yesterday, I really like turned a corner with it. Like, I'm able to move my head. It's all the way up into my neck. I'm able to finally like move my head. This sounds like so horrible. So I'm finally able to like move my head left and right. I couldn't even tilt it up. Like, I couldn't move. Dylan had to like help sit me up if I was ever laying down, and like sleeping at night there was no such thing as sleep because I was in so much pain. So still recovering from that. So I just don't think it's very smart if we go do an intense workout class that I don't usually do on a regular basis. So as much as I told Caitlin I'm being a Debbie Downer, we're probably not gonna be able to do that. So anyways, I think we're gonna like get up and go on like a cute little girly walk. So I brought like my workout clothes and maybe like grab a coffee on our walk and just, you know, take it slow. And then my sister Susie, who lives down in the East Village, she's gonna meet us and, you know, get coffee with us in the morning before we head out. So all around, I think it's gonna be a really well-rounded, fun little sister trip. My sister and I try to do these trips multiple times a year. It's usually to New York City because we just absolutely love New York City. I say it literally in every vlog. And it's such a short drive for us, so why not make like a fun little night of it? So that's exactly what we're gonna do, and that's what we plan to do. I don't really know if you can see my outfit. I have on like little jeans with this cute, I know I shouldn't turn my camera that way, but this like cute little sheer white button up, and I'm gonna put on my brown little Sambas with it. And my sister just got here. She's pulling in right now, so my dogs are about to go crazy, but I'm so excited. I gotta do my nails in the car. But yeah, I'm so excited, and I can't wait to show you guys what we do this weekend in New York City. It is currently nighttime. It's 7:21 p.m. so it's dark outside, so this lighting is not going to be the best lighting. But as you can see, I am home from New York City. I actually am going to be honest with you guys, it's a couple days later. I thought I would go to the city Friday, come home Saturday, get my vlog up Sunday, but that just wasn't the case. So, this lighting's like really horrendous. So I actually worked all day today. So I've had a busy work day. And Dylan left for school today through his job. He has to go about 2 hours away for a training every 6 months, and that just started today. So I kind of just enjoyed my Sunday coming back from the city and then just like spending the day with him and being away from Mac for a night, only a night, but you know, just enjoying my Sunday with my family. And then obviously today I went to work and had to do all the running around because Dylan's gone and it's just me being a solo mommy. So the night is finally winding down and Mac's in bed and I'm about to make dinner. I'll show you what I'm having. I'm gonna be having these stuffed baby Bella mushrooms. They're artichoke, spinach, and cheese blend. So I'm going to pop some of these into the oven. And yeah, just a girl dinner. It's just a slow night. And I had like all these things that I wanted to do tonight. Like I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna do laundry, I'm gonna, if you hear like random noises, it's because Mac is awake, rolling around being a crazy boy. So yeah, I was gonna walk on my walking pad and I might still do that, but more than likely I probably won't because usually on Mondays I don't work out. That's like my rest day because Mondays are already so like mentally tolling as it is, like jumping back into the week. where I actually use Mondays as my rest day and just fully take Mondays as like my day back into the week. So I usually don't work out on Monday, so I don't really think I'm gonna push myself to do that. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna make my dinner and just relax. But I wanted to kind of go over like a little recap of my girls' sister city trip real quick, which you obviously saw like everything for the most part that I did. I obviously just really like lived in the moment and enjoyed all the time that I got with my sister and visiting the city, because I'll say it for the millionth time, I love visiting the city and all that it has to offer, and just trying all the new things every time we go down, and you know, so I just really enjoyed my time. So to do a little recap on everything that we did, whether I showed it in my little clip or not. So let me turn this down. So pretty much when we got down to the city, we got there probably around like 12:30. We parked our car and then we walked over to our hotel, which was a 10-minute walk. So we walked over there, and thankfully our room was actually ready when we got there, because our original like check-in time wasn't until 4 p.m. Also, I did not wear this sweatshirt because of this video. I actually have had this for years and years and years and years and years, and it's like my go-to throw on after work pajama top, like loungy top. But you know, here we are, just came back from New York City and here I am wearing my New York City sweatshirt. So I guess it fits the vibes. So what I was saying, so we got to our hotel, we were able to check in early, and our hotel ended up being like so freaking cute. Our room was just so simple, but it was so cute and just perfect for our little night. So I feel like that wherever you stay like sets the vibes of your whole trip, because like sometimes in New York City we've paid a pretty penny for some like random hotel, and then we get there and it's gross. If you know, you know, like New York City is like hit or miss, whether if you are trying to go the cheaper route, because I don't know, I feel like nothing's cheap obviously nowadays, but especially in New York City, like nothing's cheap. So for you to find an affordable hotel room that's also like a little vibe is almost unheard of nowadays. So Caitlin and I just stumbled across this one hotel and it ended up being so cute. So that was like the start of our trip, just loving our hotel room and being so shocked how cute it was. So we did that. We like touched ourselves up because we knew we had like a whole day ahead of us. So then once we finished doing that, we started, Caitlin didn't know it, which I think I said in my intro, I surprised us with like little flash tattoos towards Chinatown, because we knew we wanted to hit up Canal Street to do some shopping. So I had came across this trending place on TikTok where they were doing flash tattoos. I forget the name of it. I'll link it. I'll put the name of the tattoo shop down below in my description, but I don't remember the name right now. So we had like an hour to kill before that appointment, and so I just told Kellen, like, let's just start walking the direction of where our appointment is. But it was like an hour walk if we did it, but we were like, let's just along the way find something to eat and then we'll just taxi to our tattoo appointment. So we ended up coming across this like little hole in the wall sushi place, and for New York City, unheard of again. We had, and I think it was a newer place, if I'm being honest. It was completely dead. We were the only people in there, and they had a lunch special where it was like 3 rolls for $20. So we ended up doing that, and it was phenomenal. Like everything we wanted and more. So we ate our sushi, taxied to our tattoo appointment, and I surprised Kellen. I told her about it once we were in the taxi on our way there, and she was so excited. So she ended up getting like a little thing on her wrist. It was like a little like sparkle, almost like the little glitter. I don't know, it's not a star, but it's like, I can't even explain it. So she got that on her wrist, and then I ended up getting, sorry, Dylan texted me. So I ended up getting this pretty little rose. It's like super fine line and like super dainty. I feel like every time I get a tattoo, it looks super black because I haven't healed yet, but I think she is so pretty. So I got that, and it was only like $50 because it was a flash tattoo. So that was super fun. I'm gonna probably say everything was super fun because everything was super fun. So we finished up there, and then we were gonna head over to Canal Street, which was like a couple blocks or a couple streets up. And even before we hit Canal Street, I don't even know what street we're. I want to say Broadway, but I'm probably like so wrong. The vendor, like we walked out of this tattoo shop, and the vendors were just everywhere, all over the streets. And we went up to this lady first. She had like a pamphlet, and she's like, follow me, follow me. So we followed her, and she took us like on this little back street, like a side street almost, and she like asked my sister and I which purses we wanted to look at, and I was looking at a Miu Miu, like a little black purse. And so she ended up calling this guy, and he brought out the purses in like this black plastic bag that Caitlin and I picked out, and she unwrapped like the Miu Miu purse, and it was in a box, like pretty legit for a fake designer bag. And I'm like, how much? She's like, $120. I said, I can give you $30 because I'm not paying. You know, they're gonna highball it and I'm gonna lowball it. But she immediately was like, no, and knew that like I was clearly gonna be cheap, too cheap for her. And she just like snagged it out of my hand and walked away. And I was like, okay, on to the next. Like, you're not hurting my feelings. There's 100 other people I can go to and look at the exact same purse. So perfectly fine with me. Like, I was ready, mentally ready to like wheel and deal with these people. So we, you know, are hitting up all the different little vendors. At one vendor, I was like looking at a little purse, and he thought the cops were coming, and he just snatched it straight out of my hands. Snatched it and started running up the street with like 10 other people with all their purses and stuff because they thought the cops were coming. So that was pretty funny. But I ended up coming across this little, I want to say vendor, but I don't really know if that's like the right word. Came across this guy, he had a ton of purses, and this was a bigger Chanel bag, and it's like that typical style that everybody loves. I don't know the name of the style, but it was like a big bag, and compared to all like the smaller ones, they were asking like $120 for, and I'm like, realistically, I'm probably gonna pay no more than $40 if it's small. So $30, $40 was where I was staying at, but this was a bigger bag, and so obviously I knew I was gonna probably pay more than $40. So I asked him, I'm like, how much do you want? And he said $300. And I'm like, no. I said, I can do, I think maybe I started at like 30, 40, and he laughed at my face. And I said, I'm not going super high on this if you want me to buy this from you. And he's like, okay, you know, 180. And I'm like, no, I can do 45. So here we are, like going back and forth, and finally, I don't even know, he came down to like 65. I know, like 300. We battled it out all the way to 65, and I was like, I will hand you 60 cash right now or I'm walking away. And I put the $60 out like for him to take, and he took it and put that purse in a bag for me. And I'm gonna show you it because she's beautiful. Here she is, gorgeous, like my hand. Like, she's not, the other like standard sizes are half this size. Like, she's big. Like, look at this. Like, I'm here to do business. Mommy bag is what she screams. So I got her, and I'll show you. She's got like the 2 chains, and she twists, and she opened her up. She's a little smushed, okay, but we still love her so much. So she's got like the little Chanel logo right here. Made in France. I'm gonna believe that she was. So zipper up here, and then this pretty red color. It's picking up like a cherry red through the camera, but it's not. It's like, I don't even know. I don't want to say like maroonish, but it's a darker like maroonish red color. She's gorgeous. She's got like this front pocket, which is also red. This quality paper inside of her, because that's like the luxury thing that they do. With this in the inside, it has like little pockets in the back, and she also has this little pocket back here that has the red in it. So I love her. Like, I'm sorry, but I would never in a million years drop money on like a real bag like this. I don't care if I probably will never have that kind of money, but I don't care if I did have that kind of money. My money would definitely be spent elsewhere in my life. Definitely never gonna be on this like kind of stuff in my life. But everybody to each their own. Like, some people love and cherish bags like this because, you know, you can pass them down to your children and it's like an investment. But for me, that's just not where I'm gonna spend my money. So I will gladly just spend $60 on a dupe. So anyways, I was like, that's a steal. Super excited about her. Like, again, come on. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I'm obsessed. So then we shopped around. So I got her for $60. He was originally asking $300. And then my sister, she ended up getting a little YSL over the shoulder bag, like super seamless looking, like leather. And I felt like we could have got that one cheaper, but we only had a $20 bill and then a $50 bill. And I felt like we could have got that for like maybe $40, but they got 50 out of that one. So that was kind of bad, like preparation on our end and not like breaking up our bills more. But it's all, we're just there for a good time, you know. Not a long time, but a good time. So anyways, we left Canal Street, or that, you know, area where we were at, and we headed over to the trending little place. Tricky's under my feet right now. It's like, I'm gonna say this so wrong, but like Miantian, I don't know. The place where everybody gets the viral hair blowouts. It's like $50. It used to advertise for like $25 or $35 for a hair blowout, but it's not that price. It's $55 for a blowout. Still cheap considering like New York City prices, but not cheap at the same time. I don't know. I don't get blowouts all the time, so I couldn't tell you a good price on a good blowout. But anyways, we went there and we picked our number. I was number 65, my sister was 66, and we got in there. They like did a shoulder massage, which, mind you, I talked about it in my intro. I am dealing with a injured back right now, my upper back. I did something really bad, which I'm going to another chiropractor tomorrow to help, like, to readjust my back because I'm like in so much pain still. That's a whole nother story. So that part kind of like scared me because I didn't want her to hurt me even more, but she didn't. So then they like took me to the back part of the salon and they washed my hair, like no joke, like 6 times, like over and over and over and over. They just kept washing my hair and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have the cleanest scalp in the world and the most raw scalp in the world, because she was scrubbing my head so hard. I was like, ow. Anyways, after she washed my head 6 times, they wrapped it up in the towel, and then the next person after that did my blowout. It was some guy, and I guess I should have showed him like a picture of what I wanted, because when he asked me, I was like, I just want, you know, bouncy and, you know, a lot of volume. He's like, I got you. And when he was done with my blowout, he like used a small round brush because I have shorter hair right now, and he made like ringlets, and I'm not kidding you, I look like I was 12. So I paid $55 to look like a little 12-year-old girl. So I don't know how I feel about that. But anyways, I'm like, I guess it was worth the experience. Like, I probably would never go back. But also my hair doesn't hold like curls very well, so I should have just known going into it that like it wasn't worth it. But I just wanted to like try it out. So Kaylin's hair looked phenomenal because her hair is longer than mine. But yeah, I just look like a little girl. But my hair, mind you, this was Friday. 3 days later, this is still, so the blowout like fell and it kind of like flipped my hair out, which I think is cute. And my hair's like still pretty clean from it. So in that sense, not having to wash my hair 3 days later, I guess like it was worth the $55, and it's still like cute. Like I went to work today and had this hairstyle, and I think it's cute. Like tucked behind my ears, threw a little dry shampoo in there, and I don't know, I don't mind it. So cool. So we left there and then we went back to our hotel, hung out. I actually drank an energy drink because I thought we were like gonna have this long night ahead of us. Popped some champagne and listened to music, got ourselves ready for the night. We went to this Mediterranean restaurant that had like hookahs and mocktails, cocktails, really good food. Stayed there for probably like 2 hours and then ended up leaving there. And just to kind of sum up the night, after we left there, we wanted to go to this one bar, again, that was like super trendy and we thought would be like a total vibe. And when we got there, the line was out the door, which thankfully, like we got pulled from the line and got let in like ahead of some people. But when we got in there, it was like wall to wall people. And I'm like, this is not like the classy girly vibe we're going for. So we left and then we were like, well, we'll definitely like stumble upon a different bar. So we just started walking around. And for whatever reason, on a Friday night at like 11 o'clock, every place we walked by was just closed. So I don't really know. I was like kind of thrown off by that whole thing. And so all in all, by that night, by like midnight, we were like, you know what? Let's just go back to the hotel and we'll do face masks. And we'll just hang out because at the end of the day, we go to New York City all the time and I'm going to be back in the city. And I'm just there to hang out with Caitlin and have sister time. So I didn't mind going back to the hotel that early because, you know, New York City people stay up till like 4 a.m. And I've done that whole nightlife in New York City, so it didn't bother me that we weren't doing that. So I was like, whatever. That next morning, we woke up and we were gonna go to, I keep saying this, but we were gonna go to this viral coffee spot that has like the famous creamy lattes you'll see on TikTok. It like comes out of like a little handle, like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. If you've seen the TikTok of this famous latte, creamy latte place, it's like called Cafe Para something, then you know what I'm talking about. But we got there and the line was like a mile long and I'm like, I'm not standing in line to get a coffee. We won't even be able to sit in there and chit chat and hang out. Like, it's not the vibe. So we looked up this one little place that was like one street over and we walked over there and it was called like the Gray Dog or something like that. We got right in. They had a table open for us without reservations and it was the freaking cutest breakfast spot that I think it was like the best way to end our sister trip. We were so happy on cloud 9. Like, it had the cutest coffees, the cutest cocktails, the cutest mocktails, like the best breakfast foods. It was like such a little vibe in there. And oh my God, we just had so much fun and totally like wasn't expecting that, which I always feel like is the best like thing to happen when you are traveling. Like the things you don't expect at all end up being like the best part of the whole trip. And I truly feel like honestly that breakfast was part of like the best part of our trip. And we had so much fun there just hanging out and talking and like soaking it all in and debriefing on the night before. And then so after breakfast was said and done, we started walking back to our hotel and we stopped in for one more coffee at this place that was like a florist shop / coffee, and it was so cute. I'm like, I need to open something like that up here at home because that would be so cute. Like, obsessed. So we did that and then we got a taxi. We went back to the hotel, finished packing up our stuff, and we left and we came home. So that was like a lot and I just rambled on, I'm aware, but that was our whole trip. It was super quick and it was super fulfilling and we just jam-packed. It was so much stuff and we had so much fun and I'm sad it's over. So yeah. But anyways, now that I just sat here and chit-chatted for like 20 something minutes, I'm done for the day. I'm going to, like I said, make these mushrooms that I've now had sitting on my counter next to me for 20 minutes. And I'm gonna go relax. I'm gonna go sit on my couch and chill with my dogs and go relax. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed my New York City vlog. And I will see you next time.